Hello and welcome to the semifinals of PT Patrol. I mean, in the losers bracket, but yeah, as always, we're just gonna get straight into it with entry by DeltaForce versus Minnow by Anickle. And begin. S Initial Alpha Strike exchange. Both torpedoes there missing, both designs. Both designs here tend to use a lot of dodging, so fast forwarding may happen at some point. That cannot be a guarantee, however. But yeah. Incoming torpedoes. Those did some nice, decent hits on the Minnow, taking it down 13%. Entry is still completely untouched. Another incoming volley of torps. This time just lightly grazing off the nose of the Minnow by Anickle. Wait. I am going to pause right now and test something. Am I... okay. I am on mic. Good. Incoming torps missing both parties. DeltaForce is still completely healthy, and Anickle's still not so healthy. And yeah, more incoming. Boom. Taking out just a little bit more out of that extremely thick section of armor at the front. Oh, and Delta just took a hit for one of the first times in a while, taking it down to 99%, but Anickle got its side wing removed, and a bit of its turret also removed, taking it down to 80%. And earlier, Harnas asked if they could fight Delta together, but I'm not gonna allow that because it violates the rules of the tournament. So yeah, whatever. Anyways, continuing on. I think I'm probably just gonna go through the entire tournament this episode. It's gonna be quite a few matches, but I'm fine with that. Incoming. Boom. Nickel down to 76%. Entry is still completely healthy, pretty much, except with just a few metal blocks missing. Nothing important. Doom. Torps incoming. Missing. But Anickle took a pretty decent hit there. Yeah, those torps don't really do much to the side armor of the Minnow at all. More incoming. Another hit, taking off a chunk of blocks and giving Minnow a little bit of DQ time. Oh, Entry took another hit at some point. Interesting. Looking at all the armor there, I'm honestly, frankly, really surprised that it was not able to survive a blast from Arthur's cannons. But yeah, it did not. Anyway, since the next one will probably be quite repetitive from the first one, I'm going to fast forward through the second fight, and I will only provide commentary or any sort of, interesting tidbits about what's happening, if and only if there's actually something interesting going on, like something that breaks the norm. So for this first one, I'm going to show most, if not all, the entire thing. Minnow is still healthily dodging. Delta's torpedoes, and Delta's dodging them even better. 5 minutes have gone by. Making that this might end up being a semi-stalemate type dealio. Both of those torpedoes missed, though. Everything is seemingly fine on all sides, but there are only 45 seconds remaining before this match will just go to DeltaForce by default due to just time. Anyways, more torpedoes incoming, another torpedo exchange, and more misses. There's only 15 seconds left, so yeah, unless Anickle pulls something incredibly tricky, Delta is almost certainly the victor here. And 3, 2, 1, and poof. Now that time has passed, and Delta has survived with more health than Minnow by Anickle. Delta wins this match by default and wins the first out of possible 3 matches. Congratulations. I will fast forward through the second, I mean. Now for the second fight between DeltaForce and Anickle. This one will be fast forwarded through unless I see something interesting. So now let's just begin. Okay, now Anickle has had both of its wings removed and is immobilized somehow. So now I'm going to stop fast forwarding and let's see how this goes on from here. Let's see how this goes from now. More torpedoes inbound, and Anickle is now 2 damaged, and therefore, Anickle, sorry, but you have been eliminated, and Delta, you proceed to face off the winner of the other one in the semifinals to see who wins the semifinals of the losers bracket. Moving on. And for the second fight of the semifinals, we have Melchiorada by Melchiorada versus the Nugget Mark II by Harnas. Let us begin the fight right now. Cramshell incoming and missing. Explosive torpedoes taking up percent and also giving it some DQ time. Exchange of simple cannon fire not doing much to either side, but muting the music from Melchiorada from that last torpedo volley, and also beheading, I guess that would be called, the Melchiorada mannequin by removing its head from the rest of the body by just destroying the body. Not sure what that would be called, but I would call that beheading, I guess. Anyways, Nugget did take a little bit of cosmetic damage. It's at 96%. But Melch is taking a lot more damage, and it's practically flattened now. Armament still seems fully functional, so it's still in for now. Incoming. Take up some more chunks. Melch is now down to 65%. Oh, and those torps actually hit for once. More cram shots hitting. Melch is now down to 62%, with only 1 steam propeller now. Melch is down to 56% and will likely be 2 damaged in the next shot, and it is. So, with that in mind, Nugget is the winner for this first round of this fight in the semifinals, so congratulations. Let's see how the next one goes. I also like this little idle angle it does, that's kind of cute. I like it. Moving on. Now, for the second out of potentially 3 fights between Melchiorada and Harnas. Let us begin. Cram hitting this time, doing quite a lot of damage. Torpedoes doing some even more damage. Torpedo spread giving it a better hit chance but less overall damage. More torpedoes are hitting. Seems like one torpedo hit the thing without doing any damage. Torpedoes are missing that time. Harnas is at 99%. Anyways, let's continue on this gun, and the sound block has been silenced. It's down a lot of health again. Unsurprisingly, all the quote-unquote aim point spoofing at the back isn't working. Actually, never mind, it is working, but it isn't working good enough, I guess. But yeah, Melch is now down to just a husk, but it is still armed, so it's not disabled yet. Simple cannon is disabled though. And those torpedoes were a very near miss. Melch is down to 61%. More torpedoes hitting, and Melch is down to 59% and will be 2 damage very soon. Oh, a torpedo hit. Didn't do much to any of the armor though. Crammed cannon deleting the weapons and also making 2 damage, disqualifying Melchiorada, and moving on Nugget on to the finals of the losers round before taking in Calzo Cool. And moving on. Nice job. And now we have the finals of the losers bracket before fighting off the loser of the finals of the winners bracket, and let us see how this goes with the entry by DeltaForce versus the Nugget Mark II by Harnas. And let's begin from Harnas' perspective. Cram cannons incoming. This fight has happened in the past before, so let's see if it'll be a repeat of the past, or let's see if Harnas is going to be able to take down entry for once. Last time was a 2-0 in Delta's favor, but it was quite close. Those missiles are going to be very close to hitting. But yeah, this is going to be evasion, a battle of evasion, so for the next fight, I'll likely fast forward, and if this match gets to be past 3 minutes long, I'll probably start fast forwarding at some point. But yeah, actually no, I'm probably going to start fast forwarding right now, because this pattern will be repeated for quite a while with occasional hits in between, so it's a pattern you've seen in the past, so I think you need not suffer through having to watch that for a long extended period of time, so fast forwarding starting now. Okay, stop fast forwarding when Harnas's cram turret was disabled, and yeah, as you can see, Harnas's cram turret is disabled, and entry is still sitting healthily at whatever health percentage it was when it was last fighting against the Nugget. Yeah, this thing is almost disabled now, So that's why I decided to stop the fast forwarding. So far it seems to be a repeat of last time. Nugget is just not incapable of getting enough damage onto the entry in order to deal any substantial damage. More hits, taking Harnos down to 60%. That cramp seems to be pure frag. See how this continues on. More torpedoes inbound. Oh, that broadside wasn't a good idea. Heat knocked out some more turret bits from in there, taking Harnos down to 56%. Another hit might kill it now. Or either another hit or the 1 minute until it gets killed by default for being, you know, much lower in health percentage than Delta. More incoming, but missing. No, nothing is really happening right now. There's only 20 seconds left. Let's see if that torpedo hits. Let's see if what disqualifies Harnas, time or just getting too damaged. 15 seconds. I doubt that Delta will be able to launch another volley by then, so yeah. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yep, time is up right as entry fires another volley of torpedoes, but it's too late. Harnas loses by health percentage anyway, so DeltaForce is the victor for this first fight. The second fight will be immediately fast forwarded. Nice job, Delta. Now for the second out of 3 potential matches between Delta and Harnas, and this is going to be immediately fast forwarding. It started now, and begin. Interestingly enough, Harnas is actually much more capable of hitting this time, though it is still getting hit itself quite a lot, but this one's a lot closer, so I'll stop fast forwarding now and see what happens in the last 3 minutes. See how this goes. Another hit, taking out one of the munition warners, meaning that it only has passive sonar, I think, for early warning now. Let's see how it does now with one fewer source of information for its Lua-based dodging algorithm. Let's see how this continues to go. Another cram shot missing. Missiles completely missing there. Harnas is at a disadvantage by 6%, but entry did take a beating here. So yeah, let's see how this continues. 2 minutes remaining. Missiles just barely bracketing the Harnas, meaning that Harnas was really close to being hit there. So yeah, that was a big oof, I guess. More weaponry incoming. Missing. But yeah, judging by this, it's looking like Harnas is gonna get killed by time again and will run into the 6-minute time limit. So yeah, 5 minutes in, I guess, so rounded. Let's see who will what will destroy either side first. Interesting. Why is there a porthole thingy right there? I don't know. Let's just continue onwards. More incoming, more missing. Yeah, so it seems like nothing is happening so far, and only 13 seconds remaining on the clock. I don't think Delta's going to be able to hit anything in the next little while, so let's just see what happens the last 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and again, Delta's about to fire, but doesn't get a chance to see what happens, but again, Delta wins by health percentage again this round, so Delta is thus the winner of the losers brackets and gets to fight against the loser of the finals of the winners brackets to see who moves on to the true finals of PD Patrol. And let's get on with it. And now for the second to last fight of the entire tournament, we have Piranha by Cool versus Entry by DeltaForce. Let's see who wins, and let's start from DeltaForce and begin. Torpedoes incoming. Missing. Those frag missiles just speed stalled there. It looks kind of precarious, doesn't it? Looks like it's going to actually do some damage to Delta. Never mind, they won't. But those missiles, oh, those were really close, and those actually did do damage, like I said they might. Anyways, yeah, Cool did take some damage there. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, a wee triangle corner has been removed from that. Those are some really close hits, removing most of the missile turret. But yeah, steam engines are kind of loud, so typically I don't play with FTD with sound on purely because of that. But yeah, here we go. Missiles inbound. Taking off a single beam and a bit of the front. Not much damage has occurred so far. Nope, but those are gonna touch, and Delta does take some damage from that. Delta. Turns out that me telling the fact that Cool neglected to put secondary torpedo propellers on the missiles actually gave them an advantage against this dodging monstrosity. Interesting. It's very interesting. Like that. I like that a lot. Anyway, so far a lot of things are missing right now. But those are also some really good dodges by Delta there. More incoming. This time they both hit. Oh, that's really close to disabling the top turret. Bottom turret is still completely alive there. But Piranha is still way behind Delta in terms of health percentage. More missing torpedoes. More weird missiles. And let's see, firing again. Seem to fire every 30 seconds or so, if I remember correctly. But dang. Piranha has now been totally immobilized by some pretty nasty hits there. Either 50 seconds or 30 seconds. Let's see how often that is. Truly. Yep, seems like it's gonna be every 30 seconds. Wait, what? Interesting. Anyways, the top turret is completely gone. See how the bottom turret fares. Is it still active? Oh no. That bottom turret is not in fact active. Therefore, it is now an unarmed vessel, and therefore it's now an unarmed vessel, and thus is disqualified, and entry by DeltaForce thus proceeds to go onwards in the match. And let's see how the second fight of the final fight before the finals go. The penultimate match, I should probably say. Now for the second out of potentially 3 fights of Anickle versus DeltaForce, and let's begin right now. Incoming. A lot of incoming, but also a lot of missing. Nothing hitting in this first volley here. Seems like the default AI is still powerful enough to allow for actual dodging, as Delta also has trouble hitting its torpedoes. But yep, more torpedoes inbound. Boom, boom. A nice double hit there, taking out 3%. Seems like there's also a steam leak in there. Steam engine's also awfully quiet, meaning that Anickle is already immobilized this time. But also immobilized in a bad position for DeltaForce. It's going to be slightly harder to wear through the entire thing from the front like that. Oh wait, Delta's getting a little peek of the broadside. More torpedoes inbound and going to be inbound in a moment. Yep, those are coming in broadside, but nope. The thing turns around even without any turning thrusters. Oh wait, it does have turning thrusters, but they're not active. Ooh, those are close. More torpedoes inbound. Some light blows. Anickle isn't taking much damage. Delta's not taking it at all. Excuse me for a moment while I hydrate. You might hear a click in the audio while I mute my microphone for a moment. I'm sounding a bit raspy because I am very thirsty at the moment. Sorry. Anyways, I'm back now. Just grab the quick sip of water. Hopefully that'll be a bit better then, and I'll be a bit less hoarse. But I still sound a bit hoarse to myself even now. Another few hits, taking off the nose of the piranha. The pattern of piranha not being able to hit Delta at all has continued so far, and piranha's at 82%. Those are going to hit the broadside and flip it over. That's a much better place. And nope, never mind. It's still able to turn, and it's going to face its head on. Which makes it all a lot harder for Delta to hit the thing. Not hit the thing, but, you know, deal significant damage. It's still able to hit it quite consistently. Just not able to do much to it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's a worn husk now. Incoming torpedoes. Taking off a chunk from the rear. And the rudder is removed, so it should not be able to steer anymore. A lot of components are exposed, and that steam engine's also totally exposed now. Let's see how this match progresses. Anickle down to 63%, and oh, and DeltaForce actually got hit on the front. Interesting. Anyways, incoming. Missiles near missing. Torpedoes incoming. Is the top turret disabled? No, it isn't. The bottom turret disabled? No, it isn't. Okay. Lag is being encountered. I'm going to quickly see if I can tweak something to do that. Okay, that's better. Just trying to improve some latency. Piranha's down to 55% and will be 2 damaged very soon. Torpedoes, gonna come in at any moment now. Fire along. Oh, there you go. Boom, and it's 2 damaged now. So, congratulations, DeltaForce. You move on to the finals of the finals, the actual final match of the finals of PT Patrol, and you get to see if you can defeat Arthur once more. See if you could pull ahead, in a match. Great job, Delta. It's all up to you now. See if you could pull a win as the underdog. Nice job. And now for the true finals of PT Patrol with Rex Tadas by Arthur versus Entry by DeltaForce. Let's see how this proceeds, and let us get the show on the road and see if Delta is able to survive the Alpha Strike blasts of Arthur's Rex Tadas. Anyways, boom. Cannons fired. And Delta survives. So let's see how this proceeds onwards from here. As designed, probably intended by Delta, the creator. Oh. By Delta, the creator, it was able to survive all 3 blasts, but albeit down to 66%, but everything is still functioning on it. So far it seems like this first match is going to go to Delta, as this thing cannot do so well against without those weapons, as those missiles almost never do anything. But yeah, heat torps against a solid oblique body aren't going to do much, as you can definitely see right there. It's going to take quite a while for Entry to be able to make up the massive gap in health that they have right there. Excuse me while I grab another sip of water. Anyways, continuing. The Rex is flipped again. Flipped on its belly again. More damaging hits. The front has been deleted. Rex is down to 89%, and this husk of the Entry by DeltaForce is still fully functional and is still fighting onwards. We're 1 minute and 50 seconds in. Let's see if this continues. As you can see by Arthur's Torp design, this is how it is able to get away with those massive guns. Has just incredibly slow, just warhead-filled torpedoes that are still propelled for 80% of their lifetime, but account for a massive amount of firepower. So it's able to get around the firepower limits, and I absolutely love that. It's what I would do as a entrant to this tourney myself. Props to Arthur for doing what I would expected would happen a lot more often, to be honest. But yeah, let's see. These should still have local weapons controllers, right? They look like they do, but the torp thing is now KIA. But it's by the same time the DeltaForce was able to get to the behind of the the Rex Tadas, and able to gut its insides out and make it AI dead. So Arthur loses the first fight between Delta and Arthur, and we get to see what happens in the next round. Congratulations, Delta. You were able to survive the Alpha Strike Onslaught. Moving on. Welcome to the second fight of the finals with Arthur versus DeltaForce. Let's see who will win. Let's see if Delta will be able to pull ahead and survive once more. Beginning again. Guns firing, taking and completely obliterating Delta. There's no bit of Delta except for that little chunk there left. So this first matchup, Arthur for the second fight, Arthur is the victor. But yeah, it got too far away. So both of them got the nuke treatment. Let's just watch both of them explode into clouds of nuclear fire. Boom. Yeah, great job. 20 seconds in, and it's already decided. Let's see if Delta is able to survive one more time, potentially take this to a rematch, because, you know, this is a double elimination tournament. Let's go on and see what happens in the last fight for this, potentially out of 6, actually, finals round. And let's go on and move on. Decided to take a screenshot there because seeing both of them disqualified like that is cool. And now let's just start off with the last fight going on. Boom. And Delta is completely gone again. So, as you can see right now, Arthur is the winner for the PT Patrol tournament. So, nice job. Congrats. You win. You get a cookie and potentially 72 cents if I manage to get Steam to work. And I don't know how I'm going to end the tournament as a whole. So I'm just going to say thank you all for participating and all of your amazing entries, and hope to see you all guys all again in another few fights. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe out there.